Hey, what's up? Ian here, and this is the NF Audio RA05. It is a single dynamic driver IEM. Retail price for this is 40 US dollars. It's available on Hi-Fi Go's website, so if you want to find out more, do check out the unaffiliated link in the description below. I've already unboxed this, I've listened to it, I've even measured it, as you can see. So if you haven't watched that video, do check out the link somewhere up here. But in this video, I'm just going to give it straight up to you guys, my impression and my review of this RA5. So let's begin first with the box. So this is the box that comes in, pretty standard box, but good quality standard box, and it's small, which I like, saves the earth. And inside you'll find a few accessories like the extra filters for your nozzle. So if your nozzle gunks up, you can change out to fresh new filters. And then you get this PU leather small little drawstring pouch, okay, whereby you can put your IEM inside. And ear tips. So this ear tips, I like this ear tips, right? It's got a very nice size, which is extra small. For you ladies out there, this size is for you. Now, besides the size, I like the shape of it as also the texture of it. So it's a pretty nice ear tips with a nice grip. The earphone doesn't try to slip out from my ears, and I like it very much. Okay. Now the cable. Now cable is a non-detachable cable. It's stuck to the IEM. So unfortunately, if you break your IEM or break your cable, you'll need to buy a new one because you won't be able to pull it out or interchange it. One thing good about this cable though is that it's terminated with a USB-C port. So you can connect this to directly to your Android phone or your DAB or your iPhone 15 or even your Mac and PC. So that's the thing good about this, and also it comes with this built-in microphone and volume rockers and play pause button. So very useful for conference calls, gaming, and all that stuff. And 40 bucks, and you can just throw this in your bags and bring this around with you. So if you have an urgent call or you just want a game on the bus, this is a very good IEM to go for, cheap and good, and can bring it around. All right. That's for the cable. Now let's talk about IEM. IEM itself is a small, in fact, miniature, small type of IEM shape and size. And the design of it is actually pretty odd, and it's got a 6 millimeters dynamic driver inside, very small, and it's nice. All right, it's not hefty, it's not overly built, it's not, it doesn't put weight on my ears. When it goes into my ears, it just disappears into my ears, and I like this kind of IEM or size very much. Now, in terms of fit and comfort, needless to say, these are very comfortable except for the ear hooks. Ear hooks actually try to pull the IEM out from my ears. So I might try to reform this silicone ear hook, or I might just remove it altogether. I don't know. But yeah, so ear hooks are a bit annoying. But other than that, once this goes into my ears and gives me a seal, it's very comfortable, and I can sleep with this. I slept with this for a few nights, and I don't feel any fatigue or any pain or any uncomfortable feeling when I'm wearing this IEM. Okay, right, now let's talk about the sound first. The technical side of this earphones, and I feel that for 40 bucks, you get what you pay for. Obviously it's not as technical as the for example the NM2 Plus, which is $170, right? It's a few times more expensive than this, but I'm not trying to compare, that it's like comparing oranges and apples, but I'm just giving you a benchmark, right? So this is 40 bucks. So when it comes to the clarity, the overall resolution of these earphones, compared to that, it's considered a lower level in terms of resolution, and overall sound delivery is not as clean and clear as that one. So yeah, so you got to lower expectations when you pay 40 bucks, which I did. So I expected it to sound like a 40 bucks earphone. Now, in terms of the soundstage is actually intimate. It's not too claustrophobic, but it's got good separation, okay, and the layers are there. Just that it's not as detailed as the NM2 Plus, okay. But other than that, I would say soundstage is alright. It's average. It's just that the details are not as clean and clear as the NM2 Plus. All right. Now let's talk about the tone and timbre, and this is more of a natural sounding, fun type of tone and timbre. So it's warm, right? Kind of warm as well. So yeah, I would say it's more for casual listening. Okay. Now in terms of sound signature, as you can see here on my graph. Okay, let me just bring my graph a little bit nearer. Um, this okay, let me just give you an overview of how these earphones would sound. So this would sound natural. The bass, sub bass stands out to me as very extended. Okay, let me just close that. Very extended, and it's got a good rumble. Okay, that's one thing that stands out to me. And then the treble is dark, right? It's a bit dark and it's a little bit lackluster as well. And these are the two things that stand out to me when I listen to these earphones. At the same time, it's pretty balanced. All right, so there's no uniqueness in terms of or niche type of tuning to these earphones when I'm using them. So I could listen to most of my genres of music on this, and they sound pretty good. It's just that classical would not sound as clean as the NM2 Plus. And overall, I would say this is jack of all trades. Yeah, so you can listen to most of the genre of music on this. So sub bass is extended, good texture, good presence as well. It's a little bit below the Harman curve, but to me this is actually good enough. Very good rumble, very textured rumble as well. The mid bass is a little bit shy, and the kick drums they sound a little bit I would say weak. But yeah, they are there. I mean, there's no complaints with the mid bass, but I would say it's not as impactful as some other IEMs that I've tried, especially with the NM2 Plus. NM2 Plus has got a very strong response when it comes to the mid's impact and the push of that dynamic sound. So that's for the mid bass. The mids are recessed, as you can see, and there's this weird dip here. I think it's because of the USB-C pre-tuning of this earphones. But that aside, I would say the mids are veiled, a little bit underwhelming, and male vocals I mean they have got that presence there, but it's not as authoritative. Female vocals they sound safe, right? Female vocals they sound safe on this IM. They're not sparkly. They're not as sparkly as the NM2 Plus. And overall, I would say the mids are all right. This is not an earphone for the mids, but they are there. They are actually present. In terms of the gain to the treble, all right, I would say the gain is all right. It's a little bit lackluster. I wouldn't say honky, but and it sounds a bit dull. I would say it's not very exciting. At the same time, it's not too harsh, and it's not shouty, and it's not intense, it's not spicy. So I would say the gain to the treble is actually pretty tolerable. That's where it leads to the treble. And when I listen to my treble, let me just bring on my Apple Pencil. So when it leads to the treble, this is where this slope down here, it gives that treble that darkness. So when I listen to my tracks, right, this would make the treble laid back, I would say, a bit muted, I would say. Yeah, so it's not a very brilliant type of treble. It's not bright, and it's not sparkly. It's dark and a bit pillowed, I would say, type of treble. And then it rolls off pretty naturally. So overall, I would say treble wise is a very safe treble. Some people like this. For me, I would want a little bit more energy to the treble, not too muted, not too pillowed. But yeah, it is how it's being tuned. Okay, so overall, if you look at the graph, this is a pretty balanced tuning with a dark treble. Okay, so that's what I hear when I listen to this IEM. So that's it for the overall graph of this. $40, and it's good for gaming. Not so much on the sound stage, but in terms of the sound separation, it's pretty good. And overall, yeah, you can use it to watch your movies, play your games, and go on conference calls in your office or something like that. So pretty versatile. As I mentioned, jack of all trades type of earphones. It's cheap, it's good, it's 40 bucks. You can use it for most of the stuff, and you can just carry it around with you in your bag. Even if you break it, you sit on it on this, you can. I mean, it's 40 bucks, right? It's not too expensive. Right, so that's my overall impression and review of this NF Audio RA5. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.